What's going on, internet? I'm LeBarbecue, and I am back with the second episode of Hold That Thought podcast. I appreciate all the love and support that I got on the first episode, and I got a lot of critiques and hints to help me out with podcasting since I am new to this. Even though I spend a lot of time facing a computer talking to you guys anyway, but being on a podcast is something different. You know, it's just you. There's no chat to help you out. It's just me literally talking to my camera like I am right now. So I appreciate all you guys for coming back. And before we get started, the podcast is now live on Apple Music, Spotify. The video version is always going to be on YouTube as soon as I get that edited out, but it might be up. The audio only might be up way before the video version, just due to editing and all that stuff. So if you're watching on Apple Podcasts, make sure to rate this 5 stars so I can move up the algorithm and we can get new guests in here, new audiences, new people to talk to in the chat, in the comments. YouTube is the only place you can get comments, so if you want to comment on the video version, go ahead and do it there. Make sure you like while you're there, comment. Let me know if I'm saying something out of pocket or if you got a different opinion on something. I'd be glad to listen to that. All right, so let's jump into what I have down on my notes for today. A few quick bites to start off with. I'm gonna get into a bunch of stuff today. So it's gonna be gaming, certain things I'm watching, current events, the news, all that stuff, and I got a topic at the end. I got 2 topics today, so I don't know how often I'll be doing that, but I got 2 topics. All right, so this is just something I was thinking about today, and it's something I would like to express to people, and it's simple. It's just simple. Be self-sufficient and learn how to do certain things, especially if you're an adult. Like I know my audience is mostly a male adult audience, but this even goes for women too. Be self-sufficient and learn how to help yourself. That's the biggest thing I'm trying to convey to people. Like, help yourself. Like, I was thinking about it today, and I was just like, there are so many people that don't know how to swim. Like, you are a grown ass adult and you can't swim. I understand. I have family that still can't swim to this day, but just like, if you put yourself in positions where you're around water a lot, or you think you're going to be around water, go to a YMCA. Well, I don't know about right now, because I don't know if YMCAs are open, but if you can reach a swimming instructor, somebody or just somebody that you trust that can swim really well, because I could probably teach somebody how to swim if they needed to know. I can, because I used to be a lot bigger than what I am. I used to weigh about 230. I think that was the highest I ever been. I know it's not a lot for some people, but I used to be fat. Like, I still consider myself kind of on the big side, but I used to be fat. And like, especially when you're a bigger person, it's easier to swim. I'm going off on a tangent right now, but learn how to swim, man. Like, I've lost relatives. Like, on my dad's side, I think he used to tell me that he lost a relative just because he drowned. Like, it's such a simple thing to do. I understand people get, like, if you're swimming in a swamp or a lake or something, you can get caught up in something and lose your life that way. But just simply, people don't know how to swim and balance their body to swim. Like, I learned the historic non-traditional, well, it's kind of traditional way to learn how to swim. My dad literally threw me in a pool, and that's how I learned how to swim. Like, he's like, sink or swim, and he didn't say those words, but sink or swim, and I learned how to swim that day. Like, I learned, like, just to control your body and just to swim. That's it. Just learn how to swim. Something else is like learning CPR. Like, this isn't for you, but it could be used for someone, like a family member or something. Like, if you have a child, know how to do baby CPR. Like, know how to do infant CPR. Like, these classes are not, I don't even think they're expensive. I think they just give out CPR classes for free in some places. So go do yourself a favor. Go look up or find somewhere that will teach you how to swim and do CPR. Those are just 2 small things that you can do to, like, just help yourself and know kind of what to do in an emergency situation. Like, just to not know what to do when someone's choking. I know the Heimlich and other things when people pass out from, like, or like choke to death or something. Like, there's ways you can help them, and you should know how to do that. Like, come on, be better. And the last thing I have is self-defense. This just my quick bites for today. The last thing I have is self-defense. Take some self-defense classes. If some people think they know how to fight or how to protect themselves when shit hits the fan, but some other people are crazy and they do this every day for a living. Some people rob people for a living. Some people kill people for a living. There's serial killers out there. With the way the world is right now, learn how to protect yourself, and that just not like a base. You can go to a basic CPR class. That'd be better than nothing. Maybe even learn how to take some jujitsu or something. Like, I don't know. I've been interested in getting in jiu-jitsu myself, or some kind of martial arts. I wrestled for about 2 years in middle and high school, and then I kind of fell off of that because wrestling was too expensive. I couldn't like I know it sounds crazy, but I couldn't afford the shoes, and that's like why I stopped. But I loved training and learning wrestling moves. It was really fun. Like, I wish I was a sport I could have kept up with, because for my size, I would have had to cut a lot of weight, because at my size, I was in middle school, I was probably knocking on 200 or around 190, because even when I played football, I was a lineman. Like, I'm 5'8" and a half on a good day. But I was a small ass lineman, but that made for for me having really good balance. I had really good balance as a lineman. And if you care or know about football, linemen are the people that block for the quarterback and the important people that you care about in that sport. But where was I going? Oh, I have a center of balance that's really useful to get leverage in a fight or in an altercation, and it really helps. Like, just wrestling is like the base of a lot of martial arts, which, well, I wouldn't say most of them, but it's a base. So start off with, if you're older, not many people are just teaching wrestling. So self-defense class or something of that matter. That's it. Just help yourself and be prepared for all kinds of situations where you're at. You never know what's going to happen. All right. So those are my quick bites. Those are just a few things that I wanted to say, or maybe that'll help somebody get into something and try to learn how. That could possibly save a life. You never know. Maybe somebody is sitting at home who's 30 or 40 who doesn't know how to swim or something. It's like, man, you're right, I should go learn how to swim. Just like, I go to pools all the time, and I'll see people just sitting there. I was like, are you gonna swim? Like, I don't know how to swim, man. I was like, then why did you come to a pool? Huh? And anyway, all right, let's jump into some gaming news. All right, first off, we're gonna start off with the Avengers Assemble beta. All right, I made a whole video about this on my YouTube. If you don't care about gaming, you can probably skip ahead, because the next few topics I have is about gaming. But anyway, I've played the Avengers Assemble PC beta. I'm not gonna spend too long on this, since there is a whole 15-minute video dedicated to this. So like I said, I was very excited to play this game. I fucking love Marvel. I love Marvel, and I love the Avengers, and I love Spider-Man, but he wasn't in the PC version anyway. I played the game, and just to keep it short, I enjoyed it, but it is so broken. It is so broken of a game that I can't tell you that I will pre-order this right now, because I will not. Like, with that beta, I loved the gameplay, but the bugs were so bad that I cannot endorse that game yet. Until they come out with, I don't know, a demo or something else before the game comes out, I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. Like, the gameplay, it's great. The game looks beautiful, it's great, but there are so many problems, even with the multiplayer, which is one of the most important parts of this thing. The multiplayer, it was fun when it worked, but the problem is getting it to work. So that's just a short thing. I played through that. I played it like for 2 days, and then the beta kind of went away. So just with that game, just tread lightly. It's fun. The characters are so fun to play with. They have so much potential. Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics, please fix this game, please. I want it to be great. All right, that's it. That's my rant for Avengers Assemble PC beta. That's it. All right, let me drink some water real quick. My mouth is getting dry already. Hold on. All right. So next up, Fall Guys is taking over the gaming industry. It's being classified as a battle royale. It is a battle royale because you play until one person's left, and it's just a mini game battle royale. I think it's like Mario Party games with just like you eliminate people. It's a fun game. I play it. I can't play it for multiple hours because it gets repetitive. It's hard to win. It's a game made for kids, and it is hard to win. Let me tell you. I think I've won once, but I don't remember it because I have a crown, and you only get crowns if you win. And I have one. I was like, I never won this game. Anyway, the main thing I want to talk about for Fall Guys is their marketing strategy and their business and their social media takeover right now is just they're gonna write about this in books. Like, dude, they're raising money for a charity, and other companies are bidding to get their skins in the game, so you can like, oh, I have this skin, I'm with this company, or look at this cool skin, like just like Fortnite. If you know what Fortnite is, they have a bunch of skins from even different like Marvel and different franchises in the game. So they're bidding off to get their character designs in the game. I think last I heard, Ninja Blevins, the streamer, he put in like a $200,000 bid to get his skin in the game, and then he teamed up with a business to get them they mixed up and put both of them together to get their skin in the game, and I think that was like over $400,000. So they're raising a lot of money for a great cause, and all these businesses are throwing their hat in. I think this is beautiful. Like, a lot of other companies are going to start using this strategy, but like the thing that separates Fall Guys from this is that the game is actually popular. So when Fortnite was doing this, they were big and popular too, and they're still getting great like a lot of skins too, because it's still like I'd probably say top 3 games being streamed, probably maybe number 1 on Twitch of games being streamed right now. So I actually started playing Fortnite again, and I play Fall Guys on stream. If you want to go watch the stream, check me out on twitch.com/I'mLaBarbecue. Yeah, okay. All right. So that I just want to give kudos there. Fall Guys is really, they're taking over right now. Like, who would have thought just a little cute game is taking over the gaming industry right now? And it's amazing. It's amazing. All right. So next up, we got Apex Legends Season 6. It dropped. If you know me, I'm a big Apex Legends fan. Where's my caustic pop? Where's my caustic pop? If you're watching the video version, I'm freaking out. Hold on. There it is. All right. I thought I lost it. All right. So I'm a big Apex Legends fan, and Caustic's my main. I use him a lot. So Season 6 dropped on the 18th, 16th or 18th. I don't know. It's one of those days. I want to say 16th or 17th. So it dropped. I didn't play it for the first 2 days. A lot of people were having issues downloading it on drop. They released it at 1 o'clock in the morning on Easter time, 10 p.m. on Central time. It was a weird time, and they still had a lot of problems with the release. It was interesting because they've been through a lot. This is Season 6, so they've done this a few times now, so they should pretty much have it down packed. But I understand their struggle because some of them might still be working from home. I'm not 100% sure on that, but they could be working from home and releasing a whole season of a video game. So I'll kind of cut them a break there. But people were having issues where the game wouldn't download, or it is a 40 gigabyte download. So if you don't have space and you haven't updated the game yet, or you still play it, I'm sure anybody listening to this and they play Apex has already downloaded it. I had no issues personally, but everybody I was watching at 1 o'clock in the morning had major issues downloading the game, and it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, but I think for the most part they recovered. The new character Rampart is interesting. She's interesting. I've played with her a few times, but I don't think she's going to be enough to pry me away from my first love, Caustic. I don't think she's going to be able to pry me away from him, because her abilities are she's a defense professional and also offense. Like, it doesn't seem like she has a weakness. If you looked at the patch notes or anything, if you care about this, if you don't care about this, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be talking about this for a little bit, All right, so she can put up walls. That's her ability, and she can use a machine. She spawns a Gatling gun with her ultimate, and she seems OP as hell. She seems OP at, oh my god. So aside from her being able to put up force field walls and use a sentry turret, she gets extra ammo when she uses LMGs. Like, dude, she just seems like super OP. But I don't think I've gotten clapped too much by her ultimate, but it is very powerful. It's very powerful. I don't know what they can do to fix that, but I don't know. They just need to look at it. All right. Also, aside from the new character, Rampart's interesting. Let me break this down for 1 second. I love the diversity in Apex. There are so many diverse characters in this game. I love it. I love it. Respawn, y'all doing great. Y'all are doing great with y'all's representation and y'all's character development. Y'all had 2 black female characters off rip. Y'all just had Bangalore and Lifeline, and they've been staples of this game. I know Bangalore has her issues, and a lot of people don't really care for Bangalore because her ultimate is trash. But the diversity, y'all got two black characters already. Y'all have Gibraltar, who's Samoan, don't quote me on that. Bloodhound, who is something. Also, Gibraltar is gay, if y'all didn't know that. That's awesome too. Gibraltar is gay. And all right, who else we got? Watson's, I don't know what Watson is. She's something, but she's not just like a typical American. So yeah, the diversity in this game is awesome. The only thing I ask Respawn is to put a black male character in this game. I just want just one. I don't care if he's trash. I'll play with him for the whole season. I will switch my main. I love Caustic. I'll play with him for the whole season. Just drop one black male character. That's it. That's it. Y'all don't have to drop any more characters after that. Just please, just give me one, please. Oh, okay. So besides Rampart, they also they switched around a lot of guns. And they added a new gun, which is the Vault, and it's a energy SMG. And for SMGs, they also put the R99, which is one of the most popular guns in the game. They put that in the Vault, and I know a lot of people were crying about that, and how the game is also going to a energy weapon meta. They're going to an energy weapon meta, and a lot of the energy weapons seem like very overpowered right now, which is something that they're working on. I'm recording this on August 20th, 2020, and they just today released some fixes and bugs with the game. They nerfed the devotion a little bit. And other than that, I think everything else pretty much stayed the same. But yeah, Apex Legends, y'all are one of my favorite games that's out right now. It's my favorite battle royale. Rogue Company's kind of creeping up on y'all because I actually love Rogue Company a lot. So I don't know, it to me personally, I know a lot of people are complaining about this online on Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter at I'm LaBarbecue, just same as everything else, you know. All right, but I know a lot of people are complaining. What was I about to say? Jesus Christ, what was I about to say? I completely forgot. Was I talking about Rogue? I think I was talking about Rogue Company. But yeah, Rogue Company's become. No, I was talking about games and how they're so good right now. I know a lot of people are complaining about there's nothing to play. No AAA games are coming out right now. There is so much to play right now. If you don't believe it, I can just name like 5 games right now off the top of my head that I want to play right now. Apex, Fall Guys, Fortnite's creeping back up for me, but I know people. I'll push Fortnite aside. Just forget I even said that. Just forget I even said that. I recently just started playing SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's a good kids game. It's something to pass the time for me. I don't think I'll ever play that on stream. I won't say never, but I probably won't be playing that too much on stream. Among Us is very big right now. Siege is still good. I am naming some old games, but Ghost of Tsushima came out. That's pretty big. Avengers when it comes out. Cyberpunk, if that ever comes out. That's it. That's it. All right, that's it for my Apex Legends news. I know that was pretty long-winded, but hey, it's whatever. All right, next up on gaming news, Shroud is back on Twitch. He announced it. I know I'm late on this one, but I record once a week, so this news came out like right after the first stream, Hold That Thought, and plus I didn't talk about anything that time anyway. But Shroud's back on Twitch. He's dominating again. Love to see it. Big content creators making moves and being powerful in this community. So the reason I love it so much, and before I get into that, also Doc came to Dr. Disrespect. He was a huge Twitch streamer. If you're watching this, you probably know who Dr. Disrespect is. He was one of the only sorry for coughing. He's one of the only big streamers on YouTube, on Twitch I actually watched. And for out of the blue, out of nowhere, he got banned. Twitch won't say why. Doc won't say why. I call him Doc because we're cool and he's my best friend. But he won't say why. So a few weeks later, three or four, maybe a month later, he finally signs a deal with YouTube, and he is literally dominating live streaming on YouTube. Like, I don't even watch streams on YouTube, but I went in and checked like his first two. I actually think he's streaming right now. I went and watched his like first two streams, and it's so good. And the side steps, the backhanded sneak distance he's given to Twitch are so funny. I personally think he has one of the most entertaining streams on the internet, but hey, that's just me being a fanboy. I fanboy for him, and that's it. I just love to see it. It's really paving the way for this industry. Streaming content for gaming is still a new it's relatively new. I don't know when it started, but it's not as old as the music industry or the movie industry. But getting paid to play video games is still a new concept, and I love that the creators are taking the control by the balls, really, and they are the ones like really setting the standard. So I love to see it. It's like better. I like to compare it to the music industry, where you see artists like getting shit on, like the Megan Thee Stallion thing, where she didn't even read her first contract. J. Cole didn't read his first contract. You could say that's on them, which it kind of is. But I think we've learned from even their mistakes, even the music industry's mistakes, that we shouldn't let all these companies have the power. These streamers, they know their worth. These content creators know their worth, and they're taking advantage of it, and it's awesome. It's awesome. You love to see it. That's all I really want to talk about for that. All right, so next, I think we're kind of getting out of gaming. I think that'll pretty much be it for gaming. I want to talk about TikTok, Apple, and Android. I don't know. I'm gonna save that for later. I'm gonna save that one for later. All right, so hold on. My mouth's getting dry again. Hold on. I know this is a terrible podcast. Just bear with me. And if you're on Apple Music, give it 5 stars to boost my mental state, because it's struggling right now. All right, so media update. Pretty much this is just where I'm talking about what I'm watching, what I'm listening to, and I've been watching and listening to a few things. So let me jump into it. So the first thing I wanted to put on this list is Project Power. I watched Project Power. It stars Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and some other people. I can't remember their names right now. So I watched this movie. I saw the ads. They're really pushing this movie. I think they spent a lot of money on it, and they really wanted people to watch it, and I did. So I still see ads for it on my Twitter all the time. But this movie didn't need to advertise for me. You said Jamie Foxx? You said Joseph Gordon-Levitt? That's all you need to say. Sorry, I had to pull something up. That's all you need to say to me. And I watched this movie, and I was I wasn't really skeptical. I kind of knew what I was expecting. I was like, this is a summer movie that's coming out from Netflix. That's all it is. It's nothing for you to think about too hard. The premise is simple. You get a pill. These pills are kind of like drugs. I would compare this concept kind of to Limitless, if you ever seen this movie. you get a pill, and in Limitless you got a pill, and you just had like, I don't know how long it lasted in that movie, but you just had like increased knowledge. Like your IQ just went through the roof. And I love that movie, by the way. But in this movie, you get a pill and you get a superpower for 5 minutes. That 5 minutes, you get your superpower, which they don't explain. You get your superpower. You just don't get a bunch of different superpowers every time you take a pill. But you get your superpower, and then you only get it for 5 minutes. And in this movie, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I keep gushing over this dude because I love every single movie that he's in. I really do. But he's a cop in this movie, and his superpower, I don't want to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was a good movie. I enjoyed myself watching it. The acting besides the main two was it's like they didn't know they were in such a high budget movie. But the little girl, the girl in the movie, I wish I remember her name, and I'm sorry for not remembering it. She's a young black actress, and she was great. She was great for her. I don't know if this is her first movie, but in a movie where she's acting across from Jamie Foxx, it was, to me, she did a good job. For that, I think she did a good job. And I feel like if you replace her with insert young white actress here, then I think this movie will be getting more praise. Just because she's not Millie Bobby Brown or Dakota Fanning when she was young, and she was getting a lot of buzz, I think she got kind of overlooked in this movie. Even though she was acting with two heavy hitters, I feel like this movie should have got more attention on her part. Like, she should have got more attention, but that's besides the point. I enjoyed the movie. If you need something to just kill time, turn your brain off, and you know that concept that I just gave you, it's a great movie. Enjoy yourself with it. So I have nothing too bad to say about that movie. All right. So next up, I'm rewatching right now Daredevil, because I forgot how damn good this show is, and my wife has never seen it. So we're watching Daredevil right now, and God, this show, I love this show. But you know why also I'm rewatching it is because I never watched the third season. I never finished it for some reason. I stopped after season 2, which I love season 2. It was so good. And for some reason I just stopped, because I think Daredevil came out and then they announced that they were ending, and I was like, well, I'm gonna waste my time watching the third season if they're not even gonna continue it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did they actually end it on the third season? Did they actually end it, or did they leave it like open because they thought they were coming back? So that's it. That's it for Daredevil. I also finished Umbrella Academy. I know I'm talking about a lot of stuff here and like doing it rather quickly, but I got a lot of topics on this these show notes, so I'm trying to inform you guys on what was going on with me. Umbrella Academy. This show is in my top 5 Netflix originals. It's in my top 5. Like, dude, I fucking love, like, I was so mad when we finished it. We finished it in 2 days. I was like, oh my God. Now I gotta wait a whole 2 years again. I don't know if it was 2 years, but it might have been 2 years. I think it was. But this show, I don't understand why it's so underappreciated. I'm not saying it's underrated. I think people know it's a good show, but nobody wants to watch it. Every time I tell somebody about this show, they're just like, I watched it, but I couldn't get into it. What do you mean? This is X-Men, but better. This is... Oh, okay. It's like, I can get it, because sometimes I give up on shows too if I'm not hooked on in the first 2 episodes, and I can kind of understand that. But do you not see the potential in this show to want to try to keep watching it? But I guess in that case I can talk shit about myself because I gave up on Hunter x Hunter. But my excuse is that I watched the first 2 seasons and then gave up on it. I was like, man, this show is... Let me stop for y'all stands come after me. Hunter stands, do not come after me. I will roast you. Do not come after me. That show is mid tier, and I tweeted it the other day, and no one wanted that smoke. All right, so that's it. Umbrella Academy is a great show. I can't wait for the next season. It's great. I love it. There. All right, this is a quick one. I probably won't spend too much time on this one. I watched Love on the Spectrum. It's a show where people on the spectrum try to find love. It's pretty simple. So this show, so I clicked on this show thinking it was like a full Netflix reality show length, but it's 4 episodes. 4 episodes? What? I was so hooked. I was like, man, I hope all these people find love. And then it's over. I was like, then they give you like a rundown at the end of the show. This character didn't find love, blah blah blah. I don't know. Me and my wife were watching it and we fell in love with Michael. Like, he was so genuine and sweet. I really hope that man like finds a mate or someone in life. Like, oh god, man, I love that dude so much. Go watch Love on the Spectrum. It's a great show. You'll learn a lot about the different types of disorders that they're out there, because I learned a lot. One of the biggest things I learned in that show is that a lot of people, we say Asperger's wrong. Like, why do we call it Asperger's? Like, we should call it I forgot how they said it exactly. It's not like Asperger's, but they say it in a different tone, and I just think it's better than just calling it Asperger's. Anyway, Love on the Spectrum is a great show. Go watch it. All right, and a quick bit of music news. I know I don't. I really don't listen to that much music. I'm trying to get more into it. I give a lot of artists a chance, and then sometimes I just like, it's not for me. And you really know sometimes when music isn't for you. But yeah. But The Weeknd, of course, this is my first artist I talk about. I'm a Weeknd stan. I really am. So if you hear me talking about a lot of this music, I'm sorry. I love The Weeknd. I've been listening to him since his first album came out. So here, I'm gonna just tell you what he's been doing. I'm not gonna spend too long on that. I could spend a whole podcast just talking about The Weeknd's music. But anyway, he has a it's not a podcast, but a live stream on Apple Music where he plays music from his albums, but he also like shows you the inspiration from his album. He released a new episode called Memento Mori, episode number 9, and oh god, he released some unreleased music. Oh my god, he released some unreleased music, and I was like, please drop it, please. I'm sorry for your ears if you're listening to the audio only version or the video version. It's probably loud on either one. But he released that on Apple Music, and I'm just like, please release these songs. Please release these songs. And if you are also the Weeknd fan like me, he released All Alone Experience on the Spotify, which is very creepy. It's very creepy because it's like an AI simulated version of him, but it kind of looks realistic. It's kind of in the uncanny valley where it looks a little bit too much. It's him, but it looks not. It's not on point. The mouth flaps are off, and it's just unsettling the way he's talking. And it's just, it gives you your stats on how much you listen to him and whatnot. I'm in the top 1% of the Weeknd listeners on Spotify. Don't at me. Okay, that's my The Weeknd update. I should just call it The Weeknd update, because I'm sure whenever he does something, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to call it The Weeknd update. Oh my God. Hold on. All right, so we're going up to Logic's No Pressure album. It's the other thing I listen to. It's really good. I am not a Logic hater. I actually enjoyed his last album, which is blanking on me right now. I enjoyed Supermarket and the album Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. I actually enjoyed that album. Wow, it came to me. I actually enjoyed that album a lot, and that album got so much hate. I was just like, it had Will Smith on it with a fire verse. But that album got a lot of hate, and I was just like, it's whatever, dude. It's whatever. Y'all, people are going to hate Logic till his grave. But this album was really good. The production by No ID on this album was crisp. It was crisp, my guy. And it was a good album. Go listen if you can tolerate Logic and you enjoy his music. Go listen. That was his last album, apparently, according to him. I don't think it'll be his last album personally. He makes too much music for that to be his last album. But he's also on Twitch, so if you want to support him on Twitch, go ahead and do that. All right, so that is my media update. That is it. That's all I'm watching. That's all I'm listening to. And now we're gonna hop into world news, and I don't have that much in regards to politics. The world is burning, so I'm gonna leave politics to the politic podcasters and all that. Until there's something that I want to talk about, I'm just leave it to them. But I know I just said that, but this first story is full of politics. It's full of politics. All right, so TikTok, come here, TikTok. We gotta talk. TikTok is Trump signed an executive order to ban TikTok in the United States in 45 days, and that got changed to 90 days because they're trying to push the sale. They're trying to push the sale onto Microsoft. Twitter's interested, but I think Microsoft is probably gonna buy it, to be honest. So I have problems with this whole TikTok ban. I really do. I am not the biggest fan of TikTok as an app. Well, actually, no, let me rephrase. I'm not the biggest fan of certain things that TikTok does, but I enjoy the app, if that makes any sense. I enjoy TikTok because I used to spend hours perfecting my algorithm and what I like to see. TikTok, when I first got on there, I was a straight up boomer. I was like, man, get these underage kids off of my phone dancing. I don't want to see this. But their algorithm is so good that you dislike a few of those teeny boppers and people doing renegade. You get you get rid of that, and then it's a good app because you see stuff that you actually like. You get so much from that app. But I don't know, man. It just the things that I didn't too much like with it. One was that I mean, I know that's for some people, but I also think that is an open floodgate for pedophiles. And if you know me, I think this should be anyone's policy. I have no tolerance for pedophiles, and I've heard personal stories about family friends or people who have kids that are on TikTok and creeps just messaging them all the time. And I know it's an open app. There's no way to stop that. But I just hate seeing it, and that's why I don't want to see that at all. I don't want that on my algorithm, and I just love that TikTok has found a way to get rid of me seeing all that. And I'm just like, whew. It's a good way to regardless, it's a good way to grow. TikTok itself as an app is a good way to grow. I had a few videos go viral or something, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to brag or something, but it's a really great way to grow. I was pretty consistent on that app, but I understood their trick with getting you addicted to success on that app. They would have this little secret. They would have a few of your videos blow up. They would just show it to more people and it would blow up. Because I'm not bragging again, but I do think a lot of my content was a lot better than some of the responses that it got. My most popular video on TikTok, you can probably go look at it still now, I'm a barbecue on TikTok, was it was the Frozen music to an Apex skit. And that video has, I have to look over it, but it has over thousands of views on TikTok. And I was like, that was one of my worst videos. It really was. I was like, that's one of my worst videos, but it blew up, and none of my videos even reached that type of success. So I think that's a part, or even those views. So I think that's a part of their algorithm. I know if something's popular, they're just going to keep promoting it, but I feel like they purposefully do it just so you can be like, oh snap, look at me, I'm blowing up. So, and then that keeps you trying to reach that success again. And I know some people break that threshold and they actually retain a lot, but that's the trick that they do. So just know that if you do continue creating on TikTok, and like another streamer I watched said, diversify. If you're trying to get into TikTok, don't only be on TikTok, be everywhere. That's why I have this podcast. That's why I have a TikTok and Instagram, a YouTube, and a Discord and all that stuff. That's why I have that. I diversify my portfolio, and that's why when something like this happens, and you can see TikTok potentially going down the drain, you don't have to worry about your audience completely dying. I mean, I don't know if that TikTok audience is going to follow you over to Twitch, follow you over to YouTube, but there's a chance that you can keep some of those people. So diversify. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it. TikTok, I hope it sticks around because it sucks. And one more thing with this topic. The reason that I don't want to get too political, the reason that Trump they're so adamant to ban this app is because of the spyware. Okay, that's cool, but do y'all ever think about how much America spies on us? I guess it's like, it's okay if we do it, but if China does it or if Russia does it, I understand those are not our friends right now, but why are we so okay with our government spying on everybody, but even people in China and in Russia, why are we okay with our government doing it but not China? Like, and the people that are over the American US are American, and they've said that this spyware isn't that detrimental to our safety or our health. It's like, just I don't want to get too political. Let's move on. Okay, so I really don't I'm not going to talk about this topic long either, because these are allegations. He has not been charged. He has come out and said that he hasn't done these things. So let's talk about Drake Bell. A while ago, Drake Bell was trending on Twitter, and I clicked on it to see why. And his girlfriend, who they dated, I think, like, 10 years ago or something, she came out and said that he was abusive, that he was physically abusive, and allegedly that he used to talk to minors. And all of these allegations were denounced from Drake Bell himself. So I just wanted to bring that up, just because, like, we don't know anything. We don't know anything, but I'm in the mindset of believe the women. I mean, like, not believe them all, but believe the one with credible evidence and who have no reason to really do this right now. But I don't know their relationship. I don't know their life. That's just a snippet I just wanted to put out there. We'll see what happens. I love Drake Bell as he was part of my childhood, and that would really be it wouldn't be heartbreaking. I mean, I don't know the guy, but if he's done the shit that she says he did, fuck him. Like, honestly, fuck him. Like, I have no tolerance for pedophiles, wife beaters, anything of that nature. I don't have any tolerance for it. So if he actually did these things, then fuck him. Just like, that's it. All right. So lastly on my world news, or just current events, really, this isn't news. Like, it's not news. It's just bullshit I like to look at. All right. So I might pull this one up. All right. So Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion dropped the amazing video WAP, which stands for wet ass I ain't gonna say that word. Wet ass particles in the air. I can't even say particles, so why would I go to that word? Anyway, oh god, sorry, that was loud. Sorry, that's gonna kill y'all's ears in the audio version. Sorry. But I just pulled up the article if you're watching the video version. No thanks. So Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's fans drag GOP politicians for criticizing WAP. So what was said the day after this video came out, a politician said Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are hold on, let me zoom in for you, anybody watching the video version. Let me zoom in and get this dude. James P. Bradley, who is a U.S. House candidate. I think he's in Congress. Yeah, he's in Congress. He said that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are what happens when children are raised without God and without a strong father figure. In their new song WAP, which I heard accidentally. He heard the song WAP accidentally. He heard it accidentally, made me want to pour holy water on my ears, and I feel sorry for our future girls if this is their role models. Secondly, I would like to personally take offense to the lyrics and messaging of the song. I accidentally respect her First Amendment right to make it. Also, surprised that Twitter doesn't mind this kind of free speech, but has a problem with conservative free speech. So, it's sad. It is so sad how politics get involved in everything we do. Everything. Like, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion can't make a song without a politician be like, I can't. My virgin innocent eyes. I can't watch this. I watched it accidentally. Yeah. Did you watch the video accidentally too? Yeah, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure. Like, politicians, like, why did this makes me mad. Like, I am not the biggest Cardi B fan, but I stand for Megan Thee Stallion. But, like, dude, why are y'all coming after these women? Let them make this song. Like, you don't have anything to say about the male artists that do any of this. Like, why are you coming after these women? Just for pretty much, I think personally this song is empowering. Everybody wants a WAP. You want a WAP James P. Bradley. That's probably why you watched the video. You want some WAP. You probably watched that whole thing in its entirety and enjoyed it. Like, get out of here, dude. Like, get out of here. Oh God. Just like, dude, let these women be themselves. That's what they do. Like, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion they've probably said way worse than this on some of their songs. Like, get out of here. I enjoy some WAP every now and then again, and I know most guys do. So I don't understand why anybody is offended or takes offense with this song. Like, get out of here, bro. All right, so that's that. I just had to get that off my chest. All right, so that's pretty much it for the news. And next we're gonna jump into the topics I really want to talk about today. And one of those topics is going to be thoughts. This podcast is running long. I want to keep it under an hour, but I put a lot on these show notes, a lot. So here we go. One of the last topics I want to talk about is thoughts. This topic was brought to me by Classy Vibes. Shout out to Classy Vibes on Twitch. He's like, your name of your podcast is Hold That Thought. You should probably talk about thoughts. And I was like, say less. So one of the topics that we're going to talk about is thoughts. This isn't going to be a long topic, but why not? So let's first start off by asking. Also, before I record these podcasts, I send out a tweet on Twitter or something in my Discord to ask people what you guys want me to talk about. Ask me questions. Ask me anything, because I want to hear what you guys want to talk about. So just do that whenever I see it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord as well. Discord is free, so join it. If you don't know how to use Discord, hey, then learn. Be self-sufficient. All right, so let's see what Urban Dictionary says about the word thought and what it means. If I can pull this up. Oh. All right. So, thought. The definition for the word thought, according to Urban Dictionary, a thought is a hoe. A thought is a hoe, according to Urban Dictionary. And that's all I wanted to pull up. That's all I wanted to pull up. So, that's what Urban Dictionary qualifies as a thought. But I have my personal own definition of thought. I actually have a video on YouTube about this as well, as to what I used to think thought meant when I first heard the word back in middle school. I used to think it was an acronym. I didn't know it actually meant. It had a meaning. I thought it meant thirsty hoe on Twitter, or that hoe over there, as Coda Black said one time. Shout out to Coda Black on Twitch. Go follow him as well. Yeah, that's what I thought it meant. I thought it meant thirsty hoe on Twitter, but I quickly learned that's not what it meant. Like, well, that's one of the reasons some people actually still use it as that. But my beliefs is that this term is not gender specific. It's not for women. You're not just saying that only women can be hoes. I'm not saying that men can be hoes too. Men are hoes. In my past life, I probably was a hoe. I don't know. But anyway, I use this topic for everyone. Like, I really do. I will call a guy a thought. Like, dude, you're out here thoughting for clicks. You're out here thoughting and simping. Simping is another topic I'll talk about on another day. But I think a thought. I use Hold That Thought in my in the title of this podcast as like a double entendre. Like, hold that thought like you think thoughts, and I'm gonna hold that thought back. But it's a term I rarely use, surprisingly. I have it in my title, but it's a term I rarely use. Like, I don't call people thoughts on a daily basis, but I think it's a funny term. It's a fun word to use. I mean, yeah, it's been around a while. I don't know the origin of this word. I wonder if Urban Dictionary has the origin. Well, this one says this was posted in 2013, but I'm pretty sure it's been around way before that. 2013, I was in college, so I definitely knew what a thought was by then. So yeah, it's been around for a hot minute. So I think I use the term thought like for a lot of people though. Like I can call my coworkers sometimes with thoughts. Like, why are you acting like a thought, dude? I think sometimes I assign it with like doing something stupid as well. Like, if you do something stupid around me, like, you're acting like a real thought right now. Like, that's the kind of ways I use that word. Like, your coworkers can be thoughts, your friends can be thoughts, your family can be thoughts. Your mom probably used to be a thought back in the day. You never know. Like, especially in high school, man, there's thoughts all around. And there's still thoughts. But hey, that's it goes along with, I also equivalent it to maturity. You can have thought behavior and not just in general. You can just be a thought because you aren't mature in your mind. But I don't know. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Like, hold that thought is a term that I use vastly. It can be used for a different amount of reasons, and it can be used as a hoe. Like, it is mostly used as a hoe. But personally, I don't call people hoes. I don't call people thoughts for in that sense. Like, you can be thoughting around here a lot, but I'm not gonna call you that. I'm just like, you're probably just promiscuous and like very sexually active. That's a life choice. You can be that way if you want to. So, all right. So the last topic. This is the last topic because this podcast is going very long, and I actually like that I'm able to sit here and do this for this long. But let me get a swig of this water real quick. Let me drink some water real quick. God, my mouth is dry. Jesus. All right. So the last thing I want to talk about was something I added at the end of my stream yesterday. Me and my buddy Jay the Slum God, who is a streamer on Twitch. I have a lot of Twitch friends, and we be popping over there in the stream. So go check out the streams if you haven't already. Twitch TV/I'mLaBarbecue and Twitch TV/Jay the Slum God. Go check us both out. So we were talking about this last night. And we talked about topics of cultural appropriation. And my thoughts on this topic are cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation. And I would like to actually, my thoughts on this could trigger some people, but here's what I like to say. Like, I am not God. What I say on this podcast is not law, obviously. Take whatever I say with a grain of salt. If I offend you, it's gonna happen eventually. I'm probably gonna offend you on something I think of. So here we go. So cultural appropriation, we got on this topic because I was sitting there thinking one day, I was like, black people, us as a culture, we get so mad at white people, and sometimes justifiably, for trying to steal or just like culture vote our culture. And a lot of the times, most of the times, it's justified. But I was thinking of examples like we are selective, and that's fine, and it should be. We should be selective of why or who we think is culturally appropriating us and why they're doing it. So let's go back and Google cultural appropriation, because you don't want. Oh wait, cool, calm down. It just popped up on my phone. You don't want to be talking about stuff and not know the exact definition of something. So we're gonna look it up. Hold on, I just forgot something. That's sorry. Appropriation, cultural appropriation definition. All right, we're just gonna use Google for this one. It says, you can look this up too if you want. I'm not gonna pull this one up. Cultural appropriation, at times also phrased as cultural misappropriation, is the adoption of elements of one culture by members of another culture. This can be controversial when members of a dominant culture appropriate the disadvantaged minority cultures. So that's an interesting definition. So it is the dominating culture that is trying to take over the minority culture, the less populated culture. So it's interesting. When I Google the pictures, I'll pull this one up for you. When I Google the pictures, the first thing that comes up is like white women wearing braids and Katy Perry in whatever picture this is. I don't know what that is, but it's interesting. The braids thing is something I wasn't actually even thinking about when I brought this topic up. But braids and dreads, I personally, unless you are blatantly just trying to rip off our culture, which some people can consider that just cultural appropriation in itself, just a white person having braids or dreads, and I'm just like, it's a hairstyle, bro. It's a hairstyle. I mean, that's interesting, because if you take it away from braids, let's think of other hairstyles that are dominant, like particularly of one culture. Let's look at Mohawks. Mohawks are mostly used by Native Americans, and you see everyone using them now. Everyone. So is that cultural appropriation that we all wear? Like, a lot of people wear Mohawks. You can kind of say my hair is in a Mohawk, but it's really not. A Mohawk's more skinny in the middle. I have my sides cut off on my hair if you're watching the video version. But you could also kind of say that Mohawks would be cultural appropriation by everybody, because everybody has a Mohawk. Like, every culture, someone has a Mohawk. Mr. T is one of the most famous people with a Mohawk. He's black. Is he culturally appropriating? Black people, I don't know when it comes to that. But it's okay to say you don't know sometimes. This is a topic that is very multi-layered, I'd say. But it depends on the person and what you think of the person. If you think some of these people, Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, all these people are culturally appropriating, then you can try to call them out on that. I kind of had a problem with darkening of the skin sometimes. Like that one gets to me a little bit. Like the most famous example is obviously Ariana Grande, but her excuse was her editor, and sometimes, like, there's some pictures she looks like a completely different person, like with her skin tone. Like, it's crazy. But I know a lot of people do that. A lot of celebrities, for some reason, want to be darker. They just want to be us. They want to be us a lot of the times, and it's crazy. But the examples that I wanted to bring up were the ones who are like traditionally seen as negative. Two of them that I could think of were Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift. And Miley Cyrus, I feel like, got it the worst, because it also didn't help because of what Miley Cyrus said. And I'm not saying like they're appropriating in like a visual way. Like, I don't think Miley Cyrus ever came out with braids or anything. I think Miley Cyrus, like, her problem was hip hop. She wanted to be on all the hip hop songs, and she did all these things with the hip hop artists, and then she like totally denounced it. And I'm not gonna even say what I think she said, but because I don't want to misquote anybody, but she caught it really bad when she like denounced hip hop. So that was a negative example for it, and I totally see where the appropriation is coming in on that side, because it's like she used our culture for hip hop for gain. She got on a few songs, boosted her numbers, and dipped out. Like, and the reason I said Taylor Swift is because she did a few songs with some hip hop artists, and she asked. So a lot of times she did go from country to pop, and then she like made a lot of songs with rappers, just like Miley Cyrus. And then I don't know, Taylor Swift isn't that bad because she didn't say anything about it. I mean, don't see how those two situations are different. This is because Miley Cyrus actually made it worse herself. But I don't know. And two examples that I would think that aren't really cultural appropriation are Eminem and Bruno Mars. These are the only four examples I really wanted to bring up, because I think it's crazy how people look at Eminem and they don't. Some people do say this. Some people do say that Eminem is culturally appropriating our culture, but I would like to say that is who Eminem is. Like, I don't think that he got in the rap game to just steal our culture and just make. I mean, he probably got into it to make money, but I don't think he was just trying to take our culture to be famous and exploit us. He didn't do that. he grew up in freaking Detroit, and he grew up in the freaking projects, and he learned how to be one of the best rappers ever. Personally, he's one of my favorites, but I know a lot of people don't like Eminem, but he's one of my favorite rappers. So, well, it used to be. I really don't listen to Eminem that much anymore. He used to be. I used to tell people I used to think he's the best rapper ever. But yeah, that's an example that. How are you going to use Eminem as an example of cultural? If you're going to use it for, I don't know. Like that's the topic I'll have to like sit down and really analyze. But another one I want to talk about was Bruno Mars. Like, I don't know how people. I would like to talk to somebody who really thinks Bruno Mars is culturally appropriating our culture. Just like how he doesn't make rap. I mean, he doesn't make things that are staples in the black community. He makes, like, it's kind of like he makes pop, retro pop. Like, I don't understand how that one was, because I was watching, shout out to Abba and Preach. I don't know what's going on with their channel, but I need them to upload some more stuff. But shout out to Abba and Preach, because they had a video on this a while ago where this girl was saying that how bad Bruno Mars was appropriating our culture. And I was just like, how, dude? And she went as far as to say that if Bruno Mars died, she would have she would bake him a birthday cake. She'd bake a cake for his death. And I was just like, that is so toxic of a person, of a mindset to be in. That she might have been exaggerating, but let's play devil's advocate. Maybe she wasn't joking with when she said that. To think he was that much, and to have me here and not even see how he's doing that. How? This dude, I don't get it. I don't get it. But black people, we also love other cultures too, but I can understand with that definition, which is a definition that a lot of people don't go by. That definition that I read off earlier is a definition that a lot of people don't go by. They think, a lot of people think that anytime anyone shows any appreciation to any culture or uses their culture in any other way than the one that they like, let me back up. Let me explain. Like, it seems like when someone else is using someone else's culture, it's automatically appropriation. How about it be appreciation? How about sometimes they just appreciate the culture? I think Eminem and Bruno Mars appreciate our black culture, and maybe Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift do too. I don't know. But I could catch a lot of flack over this for these thoughts. But hey, I'm just letting you know what I think and how I feel. Again, my word is not law. If you, I don't know. But anyway, we have, as a black people in the culture, we have so much appreciation for Asian culture. Have you not seen the wave of like just appreciation that we have for anime, Chinese food, Asian food, and there's so many black K-pop fans and so many fans of all types of music, man. Like, why can't we just like everything? This is what pretty much America should be about. This is the melting pot. This is where all of our cultures come together and we can really love each other and learn from each other. Excuse me. But that's it. I don't want to harp too long on that topic. That's just a quick shot. This is the last minute thing I put on my podcast, and I just wanted to talk about it. So I love my culture, and I love black people, and I love everybody. Like, I love everybody, dude. That's it. I love us so much. But like, dude, everything isn't appropriation. Sometimes it can be appreciation. How about that? All right. So that is it for the Hold That Thought episode 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I appreciate all you guys. If you made it this far in the video, you're cracked. I love you. Like, if you made it this far, I want to bake you a cake for being here. How about that? If you did enjoy this podcast and you're listening to it on Apple Music, rate that thing 5 stars. If you're listening to it on Spotify, make sure you follow it so you can see the next episode. Hit that like button on YouTube. Make sure you comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Let me know how I did. If I was out of pocket, let me know. Call me out. What do you think a thought is? What do you think cultural appropriation is? What do you think cultural appreciation is? How do you determine the difference between the two? All right. Are you a thought? I'm gonna leave you with that. But that's it. I'm your host of Barbecue. I'll see you on episode 3 of Hold That Thought podcast. I've been sitting here talking to myself for an hour. I gotta go do something with my life. I appreciate all you guys. I'll see you guys next time, and I love you. Goodbye. Yes, sir. Did you like that video? Me too, because I made it. I know it's good. If you did like that video, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe. Make sure you have that bell turned on for notifications for when I make a new video. Also, you can catch me on any of the socials down below. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those. I'm on there. That's it. See you guys later.